Jack London was an American author and adventurer who became one of the most popular and highly regarded writers of the early 20th century. He was born on January 12, 1876, in San Francisco, California, to an unmarried mother, Flora Wellman. His father was never identified, and he was raised by Flora's second husband, John London, who was a disabled Civil War veteran. London's childhood was marked by poverty, illness, and a lack of formal education. However, he was an avid reader and spent much of his time in public libraries, reading everything from classic literature to popular dime novels. At the age of 14, London left school and worked in a cannery, a jute mill, and as an oyster pirate. In 1897, London joined the Klondike Gold Rush and spent a year in the harsh, frozen wilderness of the Yukon, where he worked as a gold prospector and encountered many of the experiences that would later inspire his writing. He returned to California in 1898, but his experiences in the Klondike had a profound impact on him, both physically and emotionally. London began writing while in the Yukon, and he continued to write after his return to California. He wrote stories, articles, and essays, often drawing on his experiences as a gold prospector and adventurer. In 1900, he published his first collection of stories, The Son of the Wolf, which was followed by several more successful collections, including The Call of the Wild, 1903, and White Fanged, 1906. London's writing was known for its vivid descriptions of life in the wilderness and its exploration of themes like survival, individualism, and the struggle for existence. He also wrote about social and political issues, such as poverty, inequality, and the exploitation of workers. His work was popular with both literary critics and the general public, and he became one of the highest-paid writers of his time. London was also a committed socialist and a supporter of workers' rights. He was involved in the Socialist Party and ran for mayor of Oakland, California, in 1905 as the candidate of the Socialist Labor Party. Although he lost the election, his campaign brought attention to the socialist cause and helped to establish him as a political and social commentator. Despite his success as a writer, London's personal life was marked by tragedy and hardship. He suffered from various physical ailments, including kidney disease, and struggled with alcoholism. He was married twice, first to Elizabeth Maddern, with whom he had 2 daughters, and then to Charmian Kittredge, who became his literary executor and wrote a biography of him after his death. London died on November 22, 1916, at the age of 40. The cause of his death was officially listed as uremia, a complication of kidney disease, but some historians have suggested that his heavy drinking may have contributed to his early demise. He left behind a vast body of work that continues to be read and admired today. In addition to his writing, London was also a keen adventurer and a lover of nature. He believed in the power of the wilderness to inspire and transform individuals, and he often traveled to remote areas to experience nature firsthand. He sailed the South Seas on a small yacht, participated in a seal hunting expedition to the Bering Sea, and traveled to the Solomon Islands to gather material for a book. London's legacy as a writer and adventurer has inspired generations of readers and writers. His work continues to be widely read and studied, and his influence can be seen in the work of writers like Ernest Hemingway and John Steinbeck. He is remembered as a champion of individualism, a voice for the working class, and a lover of nature, whose writing captures the beauty, power, and brutality of the natural world. London's most famous works, The Call of the Wild and White Fanged, are both set in the wilderness of the Yukon and feature dogs as central characters. The Call of the Wild tells the story of Buck, a domesticated dog who is stolen from his home in California and sold as a sled dog in the Yukon. Buck gradually reverts to his wild nature as he adapts to the harsh conditions of the North and becomes the leader of a wolf pack. White Fang tells the story of a wolf-dog hybrid who is born in the wild and raised among Native Americans before being sold to a cruel white owner. The novel explores themes of nature versus nurture, the struggle for survival, and the relationship between humans and animals. London's other works include Martin Eden, a semi-autobiographical novel about a working-class writer who rises to fame but struggles with the isolation and loneliness that come with success, The Sea Wolf, a psychological thriller set on a ship captained by a brutal and enigmatic figure, and The Iron Heel, a dystopian novel set in the future where a wealthy oligarchy has taken control of the United States and brutally suppresses any dissent. London's writing style is characterized by its realism, its vivid descriptions of nature, and its exploration of psychological and philosophical themes. He believed that literature should be the most potent form of life, and he sought to capture the rawness and intensity of human experience in his writing. Today, Jack London is remembered as one of the greatest American writers of the early 20th century. His works continue to be widely read and studied, and his influence can be seen in the work of writers as diverse as Stephen King, Jack Kerouac, and Jon Krakauer. He is celebrated for his powerful storytelling, his love of nature, and his commitment to social justice, and his legacy as a writer and adventurer continues to inspire and captivate readers around the world.